Welcome to Locked and Loaded Sports. It's time to lock in, load up, and win big. If you're serious about sports and love cashing in on solid picks, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's get to work. In this video, we will discuss the NFL Wild Card Sunday triple header, giving you 2 free picks per game, with 1 on the total and 1 on the side. We will be using a blend of historical data, advanced sports analytics, and real-world sentiment to deliver sharp and sometimes contrarian betting picks. And now we welcome you to Jacksonville, where the sunshine is bright, but the stakes are even higher as we kick off a Sunday wildcard triple header between 2 titans of the AFC. On one side of the field, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, the hottest team in the sport right now, riding a spectacular 8-game winning streak and freshly crowned as the Kings of the South following a 41-7 dismantling of the Tennessee Titans. Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football of his career, supported by a top-5 defensive unit that has specialized in taking the ball away and a rushing defense that simply does not allow opponents to find any room on the ground. They are playing in front of a home crowd at Everbank Stadium, where they have been nearly untouchable all season long, making them a trendy pick to make a deep run into February. However, standing across from them is a Buffalo Bills team that embodies the phrase battle-tested. While the Jaguars have the momentum, the Bills have the experience and the ultimate equalizer in Josh Allen. Buffalo is coming off a sentimental and dominant 35-8 victory over the New York Jets to close out their historic stadium, a game where James Cook officially secured the league rushing title. Even with the defense that has been decimated by injuries to key players like Maxwell Harrison and Ed Oliver, the Bills have shown a remarkable ability to adapt and overcome. They enter this game as narrow road favorites, a clear signal from the odds makers that the championship window for this group remains wide open. This matchup features a fascinating clash of styles, as the league's most prolific rushing attack in Buffalo meets the brick wall of the Jacksonville defensive front. While the Jaguars have been the gold standard for consistency over the last 2 months, the postseason is a different breed of animal where elite quarterback play usually dictates the outcome. The Bills have historically struggled in the Florida Heat during the playoffs, but this roster appears focused on a singular mission to finally clear the hurdle that has eluded them for years. When you look at the ability of Josh Allen to extend plays and the way this Buffalo offense can strike from anywhere on the field, it becomes clear that their ceiling is just a bit higher when everything is on the line. The Jaguars will certainly keep this close, and their defensive pressure will likely force a few mistakes, but we think you have to lean on the team that has been through these fires time and time again. Buffalo's veteran leadership and their explosive big play potential give them the edge in what should be a classic back-and-forth affair. We are getting locked and loaded with the Bills to cover. Leave a comment with your favorite wildcard picks of the week. It helps our channel out a bunch. Thanks in advance. Now we shift our focus from the spread and move over to the total, which is pretty massive considering it's hovering in the low 50s. It's the highest on the board for wildcard weekend. This number is a testament to the offensive firepower on display, but predicting whether these 2 heavyweights will surpass such a lofty bar requires a look at 2 very different versions of this game script. The primary argument for a high-scoring shootout lies in the explosive nature of both offenses and the current state of the Buffalo secondary. The Bills enter this matchup with a decimated back end, missing rookie standout Maxwell Harrison and potentially lacking the full services of several other defensive starters. This creates a golden opportunity for Trevor Lawrence, Parker Washington, and Jacoby Myers to exploit deep passing lanes, especially given that the Jaguars have averaged nearly 33 points per game over their last 3 outings. On the other side, Josh Allen and James Cook front a Buffalo attack that ranks second in the league in touchdowns per game. With the Bills' defense struggling to generate a consistent pass rush and Jacksonville's offense finding its rhythm, we could easily see a last team with the ball wins scenario where both teams comfortably trade touchdowns well into the 4th quarter. While the offensive names are flashy, historical playoff trends and defensive matchups suggest a more grounded affair. Historically, outdoor playoff games with a total set at 51 or higher have gone to the under at a staggering rate, as the intensity of postseason football often leads to more conservative play calling and longer, clock-bleeding drives. Jacksonville boasts the 4th-ranked rushing defense in the NFL, which is specifically designed to neutralize Buffalo's top-ranked ground game. If the Jaguars can successfully force James Cook into short gains, they will keep the clock moving and limit the total number of possessions in the game. Furthermore, the forecast for Jacksonville indicates a cooler, cloudy day with significant humidity, conditions that can often lead to a heavy game where early season speed is replaced by a physical low-scoring grind. When you look at the statistics, these teams both rank in the top 3 for time of possession, meaning both coaching staffs prefer to dictate the tempo rather than engage in a frantic track meet. Buffalo's ability to sustain long drives and Jacksonville's elite red zone defense suggest that many promising moves may end in field goals rather than 6 points. Despite the porous nature of the Bills' secondary, the playoff atmosphere tends to tighten up in the second half, and a total is an incredibly high mountain to climb in a winner-take-all environment. We are getting locked and loaded with the under. If you want to be along for the ride, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much. Our next clash to break down is a classic January battle between two NFC heavyweight contenders. The San Francisco 49ers travel to the city of brotherly love to face the Philadelphia Eagles in a game defined by the contrast between hard-earned rest and late-season attrition. The Eagles enter this matchup with a significant tactical advantage after choosing to rest the majority of their starters during the final week of the regular season. This decision has allowed Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson to move past late-season ailments, ensuring that the Philadelphia offensive line is at full strength to protect the pocket and pave the way for a fresh Saquon Barkley. Philadelphia has been nearly unbeatable at Lincoln Financial Field, winning 16 of their last 19 home games, and their defense has been particularly stifling in front of the home crowd by allowing fewer than 170 passing yards per game. The San Francisco 49ers arrive in Philadelphia as a team searching for its identity after a physical and demoralizing Week 18 loss to the Seattle Seahawks. The health of the San Francisco roster is the primary storyline, as the offense is currently built around a hobbled Christian McCaffrey and an offensive line that is waiting for word on whether all-pro tackle Trent Williams can effectively play through a hamstring injury, while Brock Purdy has shown incredible resilience throughout the season. His efficiency has historically dipped when his protection is compromised or when the ground game fails to establish a rhythm. The San Francisco defense also faces a massive void in the middle of the field due to the injury concerns surrounding Fred Warner, which could prove disastrous against the Philadelphia rushing attack that excels at exploiting the second level of the defense. When looking at the betting landscape, the historical data strongly favors the home team, as Philadelphia has successfully covered the spread in 9 of their last 12 meetings against San Francisco. The 49ers have been excellent on the road this year, but the combined weight of their recent injuries and the difficulty of playing at the Link makes this a daunting task. Philadelphia's ability to control the clock suggests they will dominate the tempo with a methodical, run-heavy approach that keeps the San Francisco offense off the field. Because the Eagles are the healthier, more rested team playing in a stadium where they rarely lose, they are positioned to win this battle in the trenches and pull away in the fourth quarter. We are getting locked and loaded with the Eagles to win straight up. Don't forget to tippity-tap that like button. It's totally free. And now we dial into the total score of the game, where the set total is in the mid-40s. This presents a fascinating crossroads between explosive offensive potential and late-season defensive toughness. The argument for the game going over the total centers on the immense individual talent returning to the field for both franchises. With Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown coming off a full week of rest, the Philadelphia offense is expected to operate at peak efficiency against the San Francisco secondary that has struggled with consistency in high-leverage road games. Furthermore, the San Francisco offense led by Brock Purdy has shown a remarkable ability to put up points in bunches, averaging nearly 26 points per game during the regular season. If Kyle Shanahan can find ways to utilize Christian McCaffrey as a receiver out of the backfield to negate the Philadelphia pass rush, this game could quickly turn into a high-scoring track meet similar to their late-year battle in 2023. Conversely, the case for the under is supported by strong historical trends and the likely game plans of both coaching staffs. 7 of the last 9 games for Philadelphia have finished under the total, reflecting a defensive unit that has become elite at preventing explosive plays and forcing opponents into long time-consuming drives. The weather in Philadelphia for mid-January is forecasted to be cold with potential flurries, conditions that traditionally favor a heavy rushing attack and limit deep passing opportunities. Additionally, in 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two specific teams, the total has stayed under the set line, as both defenses tend to play more conservatively to avoid the game-changing mistakes that often define playoff outcomes. When weighing the rested legs of the Philadelphia defense against the San Francisco offense that is currently navigating significant injuries to its offensive line and star playmakers, the tactical advantage leans toward a more methodical and lower-scoring affair. The combination of January weather and Philadelphia's bend-but-don't-break defensive philosophy should keep both teams from reaching the mid-20s. We are getting locked and loaded with the under. In a postseason matchup defined by historical dominance and shifting late-season momentum, the New England Patriots prepare to host the Los Angeles Chargers in a stadium that has long been a citadel of frustration for the visitors. The New England Patriots enter this contest as one of the hottest teams in the league, having won 13 of their last 14 games while covering the spread in 4 of their last 5 outings, led by the highly efficient Drake Maye, who finished the season with over 4,300 passing yards and 31 touchdowns. The New England offense has become a juggernaut, averaging nearly 29 points per game. Their recent dominant victory over Miami showcased the team hitting its stride at the perfect moment, utilizing a balanced attack that generates significant positive expected points added on nearly every possession. The Los Angeles Chargers arrive in Foxborough following a strategic but lackluster Week 18 where they rested several key starters, including Justin Herbert. While the rest was intended to aid Herbert's recovery from a broken bone in his left hand, the Los Angeles offense has struggled with consistency, averaging only 21 points per game and showing a negative yards per pass differential of minus 0.13. The health of the Los Angeles backfield is a major concern, as the status of Maye and Hampton remains in doubt, potentially leaving a hobbled Herbert to carry the offensive load against the New England defense that ranks among the top 5 in the league in scoring defense. Historical trends further favor the home side, as the New England Patriots have successfully covered the spread in 7 of their last 9 meetings against the Los Angeles Chargers, and they boast a formidable 9-3 straight-up record at home in this head-to-head series. The stats reveal a massive chasm in efficiency, specifically in the passing game, where New England holds a plus 2.4 yard per pass differential compared to the slight negative mark held by Los Angeles, with the temperature at Gillette Stadium expected to hover around the freezing mark. The New England Patriots' superior rushing efficiency and home field advantage become even more pronounced. The Los Angeles Chargers have historically struggled as road underdogs in New England, and their 2-5 record against the spread on the road this season suggests they may find it difficult to keep pace with this New England squad. We are getting locked and loaded with the Patriots to cover, with a lean on buying a point to keep the spread under a field goal. In this second part of our wildcard breakdown, we shift our focus from the point spread to the total, exploring whether this AFC clash will be a defensive struggle or a high-scoring shootout. As these two powers collide, the over-under sits in the mid to high 40s, which presents a complex puzzle for analysts, balancing elite offensive production against the physical realities of January football. The case for the game going over the total is rooted in the high-octane efficiency of the New England offense and surprising historical weather trends. Despite the freezing temperatures expected at Gillette Stadium, statistics show that when the thermometer dips below 30 degrees, the over has historically hit at nearly a 60% rate. This phenomenon often occurs because defensive backs struggle with footing and ball handling on frozen turf, leading to broken plays and explosive touchdowns. Furthermore, New England has seen the total go over in each of their last 5 games, as Maye continues to pilot an offense that has averaged 36 points per game over the final stretch of the season. If the Los Angeles defense, which surrendered over 400 yards in their last competitive road game, cannot find an answer for the New England passing attack, this contest could quickly turn into a high-scoring affair. Conversely, the argument for the under-centers on the health of the Los Angeles roster and the potential for a conservative postseason game plan. Justin Herbert is currently navigating a hand injury that may limit his ability to drive the ball downfield in the cold, especially with his star running back, Maye and Hampton, fighting to return from an ankle ailment. The Los Angeles Chargers have seen the total go under in 4 of their last 5 games and in 17 of their last 25 road contests, as their identity has shifted toward a more methodical, ball control style under pressure. If the New England defense, which ranks 4th in overall scoring defense, can successfully neutralize the Los Angeles ground game, the clock will run quickly and scoring opportunities will be at a premium. Additionally, while cold alone can favor the over, any increase in the legendary Foxborough winds could stifle the kicking game and deep passing, keeping the final tally well below the mid-40s. When weighing the record-breaking efficiency of Maye against the injury concerns and road struggles of the visitors, the game is likely to follow the trajectory of recent New England home games. While the cold may be a factor, it is often a catalyst for defensive mistakes rather than a complete offensive shutdown. We are getting locked and loaded with the over. That wraps up another breakdown here on Locked and Loaded Sports. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest sports analysis and betting insights. More picks, more locks, and more action is coming your way. That's all for now. Stay sharp, stay ready, and get locked and loaded.